Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Kel Tec KSG. Hope you enjoy the video. Let's talk about the Kel Tec KSG. This is the most innovative redesign done to the traditional shotgun ever. When you first look at it, it doesn't look like anything spectacular, but when someone explains to you how it works, it holds up to 15 rounds of 12 gauge and it's just over 26 inches. If you're a gun nut like me, that triggers an instant deep desire to get one of these guns. This brings us to the first part of my love-hate relationship with the KSG. They're hard to get. Kel Tec apparently can't keep up with demand, and people who do have them are charging an arm and a leg for them. Let me be the first to tell you that this is a cool gun, but I feel so sorry for all those people who paid $2 and $3 grand for this shotgun because it's just not worth it. Please, as a public service announcement, never pay more than the MSRP for this gun. Let's talk about Kel Tec for a second. Kel Tec was founded in Cocoa, Florida in 1991 by George Kellgren. If there were anyone alive today that could be compared to the great John Moses Browning, the most prolific gun designer of all time, it would have to be George Kellgren. He is credited with more unique designs than anyone else alive today. Among those, the Kel Tec RFB, the Sub 2000, the Intratec Tech 9, SU-16, and of course the KSG. Now, if he could only come up with some more creative names for these guns. Now let's talk about my first experience firing, or lack thereof, the KSG. After waiting almost 2 years to get this gun, we took it to the range and it could barely make it through 3 rounds without jamming. I was just about ready to walk away from the KSG. But I took the gun home and disassembled it, and much to my surprise found no traces of lubrication from the factory. So I lubed up all the necessary areas, and also realizing the gun is very easy to short stroke, went back to the range with very different results. With some appropriate lubrication, the gun functioned flawlessly. Now onto the gun. It is of course a bullpup design, making it short, just over 26 inches, and the dual magazine tubes give it an amazing capacity. But that's the basics. The controls are nice and ergonomically placed. That being said, there's no other gun like the KSG, so it will take some training to get very fluid with the gun. The first thing is the magazine selector. With enough training, you can hit this with your trigger finger thumb, but most people have to take the gun off their shoulder at first to change the magazines. Another thing that would take some practice would be a quick reload. The action bar lock is easily reached with the trigger finger fully extended, and there's a cross-block safety right behind the trigger. There's also indicator holes cut into the magazine tubes that aid in knowing when you need to switch magazines. An interesting note is that older KSGs had 3 slots cut into the magazine tubes, where the new ones just have 1. Shooting the KSG is nice. Recoil isn't too bad, and with the length being so short, I was a little concerned about muzzle flash or just being overly deafening being that close to the muzzle, but neither was the case. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed our look at the Kel Tec KSG. If you like the video, go ahead and click like, helps us out a lot. Please subscribe to the channel, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Alabama Arsenal out.